What's going on, guys? It's Clay. I hope you're all having a great day today. Back here on Black Ops 6 Season 2, we ended up playing the Tomb yesterday, which in my opinion, I had a lot of fun with that map. I spent most of the map though trying to figure out Roman numerals for some reason because I couldn't figure that out. This double XP event that's going to start pretty soon. Based off this image, it doesn't look like we're going to get Battle Pass XP, which I really need. I've been trying to get the PPSH, but you know fucking Activision, they put this bitch all the way at page 6, which I have to unlock like, what, 13 more tokens to be able to get the PPSH, and this event isn't going to have Battle Pass XP, so I'm kind of cooked. I did get this Fang LMG though. It's all right, nothing too crazy. It's got pretty good camo coverage though. This looks nice. I've been seeing a bunch of people use that like Hades mod. Is that like a grip, a stock? Oh, it's right here, crossbar. Why do I have it unlocked? Level 38? Are you serious? And the Fang has a crossbar. Oh, I didn't even know that they all had that. I'll hop into this new season 2 mosh pit, play some of the maps. I've played most of the maps already. I don't think any of the maps are really bad. I don't think they're also great either. I do think that Lifeline one, the one that's a small hijack, is pretty fun. But then again, you know, any map can look like shit with this current skill-based matchmaking, and that's what a lot of people got to realize. We also got a bunch of patch notes. I took some notes here. I'm pretty sure weapon reloads and movement speeds got buffed across the board. XM4 got nerfed, but I saw a gameplay of the XM4. That nerf meant nothing. Reverb got reduced in Warzone, which everyone's been bitching about the reverb, including me. It just sounds horrible. You can't tell where anyone is in Warzone, so I wonder how the audio is going to work now. I do think Warzone is one of those things though where you do need loud footsteps. Like, it's kind of funny, like all the design decisions that I hate in multiplayer, I do think should function in Warzone, like tac sprint, just because it's a battle royale. It's not like Fortnite where you can build. It's not like Apex where you have 300 different abilities to get your ass out of there. They ended up nerfing and kind of buffing sniper rifles. Quick draw grip for all sniper rifles across the board got nerfed, with ADS speed getting reduced by 10-15 milliseconds. The Frostline and LR got a small damage buff, but the damage buff was kind of weird because it was like upper chest got a nerf, but then lower chest got a buff, which I thought was weird. I mean, snipers have been so dog shit for the longest. I mean, the last time we've actually had a good sniping game was what, Black Ops 4? Ever since then, sniper rifles are just some juju in the COD community. Rocket launchers got crazy buffs, so if you still need to do like rocket launchers camos or something, fast hands, ADS, swap speeds, weapon rates, weapon drop, all got buffed. I got hiccups, man. Fuck. Also, sorry if I sound weird. I think I'm getting a little sick and my mouth is super dry. Probably doesn't help the fact that my room is like 30 degrees right now. Spawns have been adjusted. It's hard to get a good feel for spawns when the maps have been so shit, so who knows. I would say though, you can definitely tell that spawns like aren't as bad as they could be. Like 2019 had some of the worst spawns I think we've ever seen in a video game, and it is definitely not like that. So hey, anything that's better than that. A reduced collision with teammates. The daily challenge requirements got severely reduced, and player XP in Warzone got greatly increased. Splendor got a 22% increase, while all the other modes got like a specific increase. Weapon level XP got nerfed, which I think is ridiculous. I don't think in any situation in a Call of Duty game that you need to nerf XP, especially recently. XP in Call of Duty has never been too much. It's always been too little with how crazy the levels are. This motherfucker bought Black Cell. I know what you are. If you watch any of my Warzone videos, every Warzone video I was complaining about the levels. It was ridiculous. So in Call of Duty fashion, the entire community has been bitching. It was like 2 minutes after the season came out, and then everyone was like, oh, the game's chalk, game's chalk. So the community has been freaking out on Twitter. I'm not going to give any opinions about season 2. It just came out. I will say though that Warzone players are definitely feeling that less content. I made a video talking about how season 3 needed to be perfect for Warzone because of how little content there was in season 2. And yeah, that is definitely the case. As a Warzone player, what were you even expecting out of this update to begin with? It was quite obvious that it was only going to be buffs and weapon changes and, you know, fixes and bug fix. Where's the enemy team at? Season 3 actually comes out in 51 days. So this season is really fast, which explains why there isn't a lot of mid-season stuff, but that also means that mid-season is going to come very quick too. We're probably going to get mid-season in what, 2-3 weeks maybe, which means that we're just going to get grind sooner. Hey, the faster we get grind, I'm not complaining. I'm seeing somebody use the eye staff in Warzone. What the fuck? Well, I guess that answers my cheating question. I've been wondering how the cheating situation is, and I guess it didn't hit the mark. Honestly, at this point, there's two things you can do. You can either invade people's PCs like Valorant and League of Legends does, or you sue the living shit out of anyone. Just sue them. Sue the fuck out of them. If you're selling cheats at all, I don't think we have the same rights. There's got to be something to fix the cheating, man, and I don't know why they don't do like a riot level cheat. It's gotten better. The situation has gotten better compared to what it was, because a lot of people think the cheating situation is bad now. You should have seen what that bitch was like when Warzone came out. We have had times where Warzone in general, besides ranked play, like this is where the real problem is right now, is ranked play. We have had the entire game just be unplayable from cheating. It was horrible. So this isn't the worst cheating situation, but it's ridiculous that year after year that this thing keeps popping up. And it's not like they're just not caring. It's just cheaters keep getting better and find more ways to exploit the game. It's an ongoing problem that many games experience. But I feel like at a certain point, like if you can register a ice staff model, how is that not just instant gone, deleted? And why aren't we hardware banning these motherfuckers? IP hardware ban? Why are we just account banning? Well, I thought the slipstream perk was going to come out at launch or at least be in the battle pass. Unlocked in the Shadow Hunt event. Did it say that in the roadmap? I swear to God, it didn't say that in the roadmap. No, it just says gameplay update slipstream perk. There was no event, no anything. Dude, I was so excited to use this perk and I have to wait probably a few weeks for it. Hot take, I like that the tomb boss was really difficult. I think COD needs more bosses that gives reasons to have PAP tier 3. But that doesn't make sense. What bosses don't require you to have PAP tier 3? If you're not going into any boss, all of the bosses, maybe besides Liberty Falls without PAP 3, you're fucked. Bro, I joined and this game is halfway over. I am so sick of this shit. Where the fuck did that guy come from? Oh yeah, we just got a random ass vent here like we do in every fucking map. Yeah, does anyone know if the directed mode is still normal? Like, is it still completely normal? Because when I unlock that PPSH, I am straight going for Nebula. So Courage JD tweeted, "It's sad to see the state of Warzone. Call of Duty is one of the most mismanaged IPs on the planet. Too many cooks in the kitchen, too many egos, too much greed for Activision. Let's pull the plug, reset from Warzone 1.0. Let it be its own standalone experience." I don't agree, but then also agree at the same time. What studio would do that? Because Raven doing it all on its own wouldn't be able to put content at all. They just wouldn't. They wouldn't be able to support the game. I don't think people realize how much support that Raven gets from the other studios by just making weapons. So many things from multiplayer gets put into Warzone that are made by Treyarch, Sledgehammer, and Infinity Ward. So now if it was going to go standalone, you would have to make Raven not only create the maps, the perks, quality of life changes, but also make the weapons. That just wouldn't work out that well. And they would also probably have to make their own bundles, which I know for a fucking fact, most of these bundles are being made by the studios and not Raven. So I just don't see a timeline where that is possible. But then let's just say it was possible. Let's just say that Raven had the funding to do it. I just think Warzone was never that good to begin with. Like, reading this tweet yesterday gave me a smile, like a warmness in my heart. Okay. And also in this tweet, he said something stupid. What did he say in this tweet? Make seasons last. Okay, this isn't the stupid part. It was somebody else that said it. Make seasons last longer, but have actual updates that aren't just to add battle passes. I think he's saying this mostly just because Warzone is just now on the back burner. Congratulations. This is how Warzone was always meant to be. In my opinion, I don't think Warzone was ever meant to be a yearly thing. I think Warzone was meant to just be like Blackout and be a one-time thing that was probably dropped after the year was over. Now, that didn't happen because of COVID. I do not see a scenario where if COVID didn't happen, that Warzone would still be a thing that we would still be talking about. And I just think a lot of people need to realize version of Warzone that you guys all fell in love with is physically not attainable. It will never come back because it cannot come back. One, you would need a global pandemic, and two, even if you were to put everyone inside their house right now and force them to play Warzone, nobody's going to do it just because the skill gap is different. Watching old Warzone players play is like watching like OG Fortnite players try to learn how to build for the first time when the game came out. The game just doesn't function the same anymore purely because of the player base. The huge amount of players that Warzone had and casual players that Warzone had will never be attainable. It just won't. And so after COVID ended and then Warzone has been in this really bad phase, I think that's what Warzone always has been, because COVID is an anomaly. So without COVID, you look at Warzone, it's always been a steaming pile of shit. I just don't see how Warzone can be a standalone. I do agree that Warzone doesn't need like the yearly updates and integrations. And I think this wouldn't be a big deal at all if every studio just had these different visions. If we all just had one vision and wanted to continue innovating over each other, it would be perfectly fine. But then again, I think that if we all had just one vision and continued innovating over each other, maybe the multiplayer would turn into a Warzone situation. Then you have games like 2 years out trying to deal with changes that the next game wants, or the game before it wants, or last minute changes from studios. There's just no world where everything can be as streamlined as we want it to be. It's just not happening. It's not realistic. Best case scenario for Warzone is let that bitch die. Let it die. Let it die. And like, seriously, at this point, just let it die. Zombies getting 4 maps before Warzone even gets 1 is music to my ears. Someone said in here in the replies that Warzone had a chance to be Fortnite. No, no, it didn't. Never did. Warzone was never on that level. And if you think Warzone was ever on that level, oh man, do I have something to tell you. Oh, fuck. See, like, everyone's saying Raven Software, why can't you just load up a version of Warzone 1? I'm going to be honest, Warzone 1 is not that good. Everyone's thinking that Warzone 1 was just this great thing. It's nostalgia. It's just like Fortnite OG. Fortnite OG came out and then everyone realized, wow, this is kind of boring. And it's not the same because of how different the player base is. This is all cope. And it's actually fun to see. Like, I love seeing this. Oh yeah, and I will still say this 100 times out of 100. Blackout was better than Warzone. I don't give a shit what you say. Blackout was better than Warzone. See, the thing about Blackout, it functioned like a BR and it didn't function function like an over-exaggerated multiplayer. But yeah, am I the only one that's incredibly disappointed that the lobby screen is still the same? It's so ugly, and we're gonna have to go an entire year of just having this black, Jesus, it's so like, who the fuck thought this looked good? I hate it. I thought this was gonna be a beta only thing. This looks like shit. But yeah, anyways, season 2 is here. The multiplayer's fun, it's fine. I said that the most important thing for season 2 would be the cheating situation, and it looks like that hasn't gotten better. You know, for me, the multiplayer maps, they're fine. It's just more content. Call of Duty is Call of Duty. Everyone's expecting some revolutionary thing, and it's like, dude, what do you expect? Now, a lot of people just expect the game to be good, and I completely agree with you. I think the game's fine. That's just my opinion. If you think the game's bad and you want certain changes, more power to you. Advocate for those changes. If you're having a bad time with the game, that doesn't give you the right to just shit on someone else who's fine with playing the game. I see so many people that are just like, yeah, I'm enjoying like the new 2 map, for example. Then someone's like, you bootlicking bitch. Shut the f. There's no reason to get mad at other people who are having fun at the game just because you're miserable. Like, shut that. Season 3. Hopefully the mid-season content comes pretty soon. It should come pretty soon with the season only lasting 52 days. Hopefully I can unlock this PPSH pretty fast. I think I'm just going to go back into the 2 map, spam rounds with double battle pass XP, and hopefully I can get it soon. So yeah, what are your guys' thoughts about the new season? And I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.